Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers get a notification that they need to head to Avengers Mansion, and when they arrive there, Omni-Man attacks. However, when this attack takes place, there are some very important things we need to note before we can get into the actual battle. First things first, I am not going to say that Iron Man is inherently smarter than Batman. I'm also not going to say that Batman is inherently smarter than Iron Man. However, what I will say is the way they use their intelligence is very much so different, and it's showed in practically every single project that we've ever seen these two characters in. You see, I would define Batman's intelligence as very strategic, but also precautionary. Every single time he meets a new member of the Justice League or meets a superpowered individual, he comes up with plans. Even in the DCAU, Batman always carries around kryptonite because of his first altercation and encounter with Superman. This is a precaution that Batman takes, and he takes these precautions with practically every single superhero that he meets. And that's why, as I mentioned in that video where the Justice League faced off against Omni-Man, Batman would have some type of contingency for Omni-Man. But this is the actual really important part. Tony Stark, to me, isn't a precautionary genius. He is reactionary, meaning if something happens to him that is very negative, he is going to do everything in his power to make sure that very scenario never happens again. The Hulk rampages and goes out of control. Therefore, Iron Man goes and makes the Hulkbuster armor. He encounters gods of Asgard and realizes that Loki is a real true threat after having to face off against him one time. So what does he do? He goes to Nidavellir and with some help is able to create a new armor. That armor created from Uru metal, one that is able to go up against the forces of Asgard. However, in these two scenarios, it is reactionary. A lot of the times with Iron Man, he is a very reactionary character. He uses his genius after something bad happens to prevent it from happening again.